Your self-image drags you around in this reality. If you don't have a constraint self-image or a proper diagnostic of who you are, you will be told who you are. You have to understand that in this reality, people will tell you what you aren't and try to form you into something you're not. It's actually really messed up. But they'll try to form you into a knot, right? They'll try to tie you into a knot. If you know that you're not a knot and you're just a lace and you're always chilling, you will never be tied into a knot. The only way you can be tied into a knot is if you let someone tie you into a knot, right? So understand that the power of self-image is really what's going to drag you along in this reality. Because if I have a weak self-image and someone comes along and tries to say this, that, or yada, yada, yada about me, and I feel some type of way, that's my weak image taking what they said and putting it into my self-image unconsciously. So if I say, okay, you're a weakling and you feel some type of way about that, it's literally because unconsciously your self-image is so weak to the point that what I just said is actually affecting you. So you need to understand that you need to build and create a self-image where you do not care about anything on the outside, not in a negative way, but if someone tells you you're gonna, if someone tells you you're gonna fail, and your self-image says, "Oh, I don't know if I can make it." I don't know. If someone tells you you're gonna fail, and your self-image naturally formulates around that, which it's not true. You won't. If you're not. If your self-image isn't durable enough to withstand that constraint, you're not gonna be successful. And it's not because they said it. It's because your self-image was so weak to the point where you allowed that person to manipulate you into a decision you were gonna make but didn't make because you felt some type of way of what they said. So understand that you need to build a strong self-image. The self-image is the foundation for all your internal and external achievements. If you have a strong self-image, you will persist no matter what, and you will be durable in any circumstance. You will be a metal bar that cannot be bent. All right. A proper self-image is a marble pillar that cannot be destroyed. Oh, a weak self-image is a sand pillar that can be kicked in by a toddler's leg. Right. So you need to understand that you need to build yourself up in a positive light, in a positive self-image. So if negativity comes attacking you, which it will, it might manifest as problems, it might manifest as people, it might manifest as circumstance. You will have negativity around you. Maybe not all the time, but most of the time. Maybe all the time. Are you aware that you have negativity in front of you all the time? I mean, you need to build yourself in proportion with your self-image. So if I have a strong self-image, right, I can't just have a strong self-image. If my self-image is being opulent, successful, prosperous, then I need to build myself up in a way where I become all those things. And you do that through time, you do that through will, and it all will happen if you naturally change your thought process from within and subjugate yourself to a positive self-image. So understand that the positive self-image is the foundational layer of what you can build all your future accomplishments with, and a weak self-image is a sand layer that you just sink into, because the moment someone tries to stand on your foundation, you sink. You know, just imagine your sand layer and someone goes on top of it and they sink, right? That's you, right? I'm just saying a person, but that's you sinking into the person. Both of them are you, right? Both of them are you. The person is you, everything is you, right? So understand that that sand layer is really detrimental, and a weak, dull, gray self-image that anything can pass through will mess you up psychologically. It will mess you up. You need to understand that you need a strong, colorful, bright self-image. So if someone comes in your way and says something negative, your image just deflects that. It deflects. It doesn't go through into you. It literally just bounces off you. Who gives a fuck? All right? Like, let's keep it a G, bro. Like, who gives a fuck? Like if anything, if you really feel some type of way about what someone says, ask yourself the question, do I want this person's life? If the question is no, then you already have your answer. Now, conform back into your self-image and stick with it until you get what you want. That's it, man. The self-image is direct proportion. Your self-image must be built in direct proportionate of your self-image. So if my self-image is success, all this good stuff, then I need to become that, and I need to do what it takes to actually implement that into my reality. Take actions towards those steps of becoming what I am, right? That's essentially what it is. It's like you literally lie to yourself until you believe it. I am successful, I am successful, I am successful. And then you start taking action to build yourself in that self-image. And then what's going to happen is, if you do it correctly, in 3 to 4 years, you're going to have that proper self-image. You're going to amount to that self-image, and you're going to reflect that image. So when you step out in public, you're going to be a big ass symbol for that self-image that you had all along. All it took was some time, some delay, you know. It's not fast gratification, short-term gratification. What can I get now? It's how long, how patient, and how dedicated can you be to forming what you want to be, right? Because a lot of people want to be, but some people have to be. And that's what I mean. That's kind of how you got to look at it. It's like some people want to be and some people have to be, and I have to be, right? Do you have to be? That's the questions we need to ask yourself. And you don't have to go all out. You don't have to be big top G. You know what I'm saying? But if you are not in the image if something can affect you externally, affect your image externally, then you are not in the ideal image, and you need to conform yourself around the ideal image. You don't even need to be successful. If you have the ideal image of I love helping people and from the heart, then if that's what you take gratitude, if that's what you like in life, if that's what you give gratitude for, then you're good. It's like, but if someone says something about you, you should be able to handle it without feeling any type of way, because your self-image is that strong, right? So if I can say something to you and you can't really, control the way you feel about that, that says a lot about your self-image, right? You have a grayish, sluggish self-image, and you need to adopt a more construct and marvelous pillar to build your foundation on. Because if you don't have a marble pillar and you have a sand pillar, you will be destroyed, because they want to destroy you. It might not be a conscious thing, but subconsciously you're either in a creative nature or in a destructive nature. So are you destroying, creating? If you're destroying yourself, I mean, it's pretty plain and obvious what nature you are in. So don't be surprised when people try to destroy you. So the way you deflect that is you literally build your self-image to not absorb and to deflect that. You need to be a metal bar that cannot be bent. If you are not a metal bar that cannot be bent, you will be bent. You will be a stick that will just snap in half when you hear something you don't want to hear. So metal bar up, and take care.